Well, hello, PS51, and welcome back to part two of our storytelling. Now, as you remember, we interviewed a Sphinx, or I interviewed the Sphinx, and the Sphinx is back with us. Hello, Sphinx.
Hello, Mr. Wizard.
And,
Hi.
and the Sphinx has decided to stay with us and to draw a picture. A kind of is almost like a self-portrait, but it's not a self-portrait because there's lots of different Sphinx. So we're going to draw a certain Sphinx. Okay, you remember that it has like kind of a Egyptian feel. It's like the Sphinx behind you, except we'll put a nose on it. All right, so for this lesson, everyone, you will need a piece of paper, a pencil with an eraser because you might make a mistake, and you'll be using your paper in the landscape position. That's horizontally, so when you draw it. Now, we're going to start our picture right. I'm just going to show you right here because I'm going to draw it actually on my dry erase board, but I want you to understand where the placement of things go. So when I draw it, you're going to start yours, but don't do it yet. You're going to start your head somewhat below and somewhat in the middle, because as you know, we're drawing the Sphinx and we want to draw the whole body. So you'll need a lot of room up here on the side to draw the body, and actually you'll need some room up above to draw the wings. So you don't want to put your head too high, you don't want to put it too low. All right, so everyone, let's start the drawing, and I will start with the head. And as I said, you now know the placement. Leave lots of room for the up top for your wings, and we're going to start with a shape. Well, now watch this shape. Sphinx, what kind of shape would you say that is?
It kind of looks like a mix between a square and an oval.
Yeah, because it has this kind of shape going
Yeah.
and rounds out. Can you try to make that?
Yes.
We're going to be making a Sphinx in the profile position. Now, the profile position, if you know, yes, that's good. I think your head is a bit big and I think it's high up, but let's leave it. Yeah,
Okay.
let's leave it because it doesn't have to be perfect. We all know that we are all practicing and everything. So I think that that's a good start. This is a profile. A profile is when the face is to the side. You notice you only see one eye. In a face forward position, you would see two eyes. So remember, we are not doing face forward. We are doing profile. Now that we have the beginning of our profile shape, let's start to add the features. And we're going to go next with the nose. And first, actually, let's add some guidelines. Let's make this really light because you'll erase this line. And I'll do it in another color so you know it's going to be extra light if I do it in a red. Make a line halfway down because you want to leave room for a forehead. Don't put that. That's going to be your guidelines for your eyes. Then you're going to put another line that kind of comes outside of the shape. Watch this. Because that's going to be for the nose. But look how small that line is, and it only extends outside of that shape just a little bit. Now, the next line is going to be just as small, but it's going to stay within that shape. So you should have 3 lines. Now that we have those lines, we can start creating the rest of our face. We're going to use this line to create the nose. So watch what I do. I go inside of this shape a bit. You see, that's the edge of it. I go just a bit, not too much, and then I make a slanted line that connects to that line and round it off. So I'm going to repeat that. You see where it is? I went inside the shape a little bit. I made a slanted line, but I didn't keep it pointy. I rounded it at the edge. And that is like, you can see what we're doing. Forehead, nose. Now my nose is not pointy. So if you've done a point, try to round it off so it can look more realistic. Now let's go on to the eyes. Oh, actually, let's continue with the forehead. Now, for the forehead to continue, or the head, put your pencil point here, right at the top part of your nose, that's called the bridge, and you're going to make a slanted shape that goes out towards that shape. You see that? Now what we want to do, that's why I said you'll need a pencil and not a pen because you're going to be doing some erasing. We do not need this shape inside. So watch what I erase. Here, not my nose and not my forehead, but look at that. Can you start to see? Let me darken it in. So now I have the indent from my forehead leading into my nose. Well, I certainly don't need a line running through my nose, so I'm going to erase that line also. Now we have the basic shape of a profile. Now we can add some inside features. Let's start with the eyes. For the eyes, I'm just going to go right on this line and make a triangular shape. Now that's the outside shape of the eye. The inside shape is a circle. So I'm going to add a circle inside of that shape and color it in. Next, I want to add the eyebrow. Egyptians are known. You can see how the Sphinx has lots of heavy makeup. They wore lots of heavy makeup. So let's do that. Let's first of all darken in all of the outside parts of the eye to give that look. So see how I darken it in? First things first, let's darken it in. Then let's create a line. A lot of times for the Egyptian eye, the eye of Horus, it has a line that extends right from there. Yes, you see? So we want to do that. So just extend at this point, tip, just extend the line right there. Just a little bit. You don't have to do it too much. Now we want to create the eyebrow over it. You notice how the Sphinx's eyebrow, look at her eyebrows, the Sphinx's eyebrows, they're very dark, and look at the shape and all those things. We want to try to get that. So right above the eye, look what I do. I make a circle shape, and then watch this, then I go straight across. Now I'm going to add something that I've seen a lot of Egyptians wear when they do their eye makeup, and also sometimes on the Sphinx. They have this little shape, and I'm going to show you. You might be familiar with it. Yes, right at the side of the eye. Look, a little curly Q. That is very, very distinctive of Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, and a lot of the mystical and mythical creatures there. All right, let's put on our helmet. So watch this. They wore a crown, not really a helmet, it's a crown, it's a headdress, and the Sphinx has it, and let's put it on. So from above the head, let's go to the top of the forehead, go above and around, follow the shape of the head until you come straight down. Can I see how you're doing the Sphinx, how you're a Sphinx?
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, it's disappearing. I saw it.
My background.
That's the magical realm for you. Oh yeah, there you go. Yes, great. Wow. That's a cute Sphinx. That looks like a little baby Sphinx. See, that's another stereotype. They don't just grow, they're not born as Sphinx. They are little babies and they're so cute. All right, so let's now let's half of this picture. Watch this. So you're going to half it, or half the face, and then take all of that off. So you just make a straight line that goes down. And now let us add, let's add some lips. And for the lips, all you need to do really is just make a triangular shape in between this line. So watch this. See, just a triangular shape, that's all. That's all you need. All right, we're going to continue with the ear. So the ear goes this is the line for the eye. You just put your ear like so. You can put a little squiggly in it. Don't think too much about it. It's just a little squiggly. Now, if you didn't know, a sphinx has, we said the head, it has different heads. Sometimes it has the head of a lion, but this sphinx has the head of a human with the body of a lion. So let's finish the headpiece, and then we're going to add the body. So come straight on down here, and then curve it up. Now you have the traditional headwear worn by lots of Egyptian royalty. These are what the pharaohs or the queens would wear, or the pharaohs would wear. Also the Sphinx. So that's a pretty typical Egyptian headdress. We can also add some designs on it, like stripes. Usually it's always stripes, but I'm not going to do that with you because we're going to continue with the body. You can always add those things on your own.